Hey everybody, so we finally got a nice spring-like day here today, and I have just this little repair to do on my car. I need to replace this, well, it's actually the actuator behind this. This whole unit comes out. I got a replacement one from a salvage yard, actually thanks to my brother-in-law, a long time ago. I just now am getting around to replacing these. And what I've had to do is obviously pop the glass off. I put some painter's tape over it to kind of keep it from cracking. It is kind of coming off of, the glass is kind of coming off the mirror there. I may see if I can get that off and then re-glue it, stick it back on. But so anyways, 3 screws to get this out. The little Torx head, there's 2, and there's 3 back in there. So I'll pull that out, unplug the wire from the back, and then I'll stick the new one on. These are T10s. They are T as in tiny, 10. Alright, I've got it loose to just get that wire disconnected. It powers the little motor. It's going to be a job that takes both hands, so because I got to hold that little tiny clip. Let's see if I can get it without getting a shadow here. I got to hold that little tiny clip out of the way and then pull the wires out. Alright, I'm going to tear this thing apart so you can kind of see what the problem is. And I think you might be surprised, because I think it won't be what you think it is. I'm just going to break these little tabs off. We're not going to need these anymore. This is going right in the trash. Ooh, get your eye protection on. These things are flying. Alright. Let's see, this takes a special Torx. You can see, maybe, down in the middle of that, there's a little raised, in the center of that little Torx, there's a little raised portion. I don't know if you can see that or not. Which means you need one of these Torx bits that has a little spot in it for that raised bit to go. Yep, that's the one. I'm going to probably need to get my driver. Hang on one second. Okay. Okay. Alright, there should be a spring. Yeah. There's a spring here. And the little plastic bushing. Little cupped bushing. Alright. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to take it apart so it doesn't just pull every single thing apart. Okay, and that's the top piece that goes against the back of the mirror. Here's another little plastic bushing of sorts. Alright. Oops, missed a clip. That thing went flying. Alright, so this might be what you expect to see, and it's really not all that surprising here. You got 2 little worm drives, so these are actuated when in your car you press the button to go either to the driver's side mirror or the passenger side mirror, and then you hit the button that you can move up, down, and left and right. So you got your wire that will come in back there and power whichever one of these or both that you need to have running. So a little worm drive, and that little worm drive turns these gears. Now here's the thing. And I'm going to tell you I cheated a little bit because I've already repaired the passenger side mirror. And what I found is that these little worm drives and these gears are not stripped at all. These are actually in really good shape. Quite frankly, for 114,000 miles on my car. And these are original. So that's not the problem. So why would these then be slipping? Like when you hit the button in the car, you can hear it click, 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 and it sort of jerk, 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 jerk. Well, actually, this part does the little jerk, 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 and doesn't actually set where you want it to be set. These are the problem. These little guys. So these fit down over the top of these little, I don't know, gear pieces. So this, one of these kind of turns the mirror one way and then the other is like this, right? And so you can do both because you have a button in there that can do that. You can hit kind of two directions at the same time. So these would turn and these would spin these little, you can see these little gears or these little knobs in here. They fit into these. But here's what's happening when those things turn. What you're hearing when you hear the click, click, click is actually right here. It's in these. These are worthless. And you probably, I don't even know if you can tell on the camera, but there's some that are broken. They're kind of stripped out down inside there. So these guys were actually spinning inside of these. You know, it would turn to a point, and then once it kind of hit the end, it would just, or get near to where it's kind of in a park position, it just click, 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 click. Or sometimes it got so bad now that you'd hit the button and it wouldn't move. So that was really why I'm replacing these. But now you know what's inside of these things, and now you know why on the 2008 Saturn Astra, or Opel if you have it, or Vauxhall or whatever brand you have, make that you have, that's probably the issue. Yeah, this one has the same issue. Watch. See how it clicked? So this is out of the salvage yard, so I can't complain too much, but it's no worse than the other one. Actually, it's a little bit better still because I can go further out. I like to have mine set so I can just really not see the side of my car. I can see what's right behind me. So that's a good setting right there. Well, job done. We'll see how long these last. Alright, so I have had these in my possession for some time, thanks to T, my brother-in-law, for getting them for me from the salvage yard in, I believe, Wichita, in the Wichita, Kansas area. He shipped them to me when I lived in Oklahoma. They made the trek with us up here to the Great White North, here in Ontario in Canada, and I'm just now getting around to getting those installed. The passenger side one does work better than the one that I had to replace. The driver's side's about the same. It still has the click, but I can get it a little bit more easily into the position that works best for me. So that's the power mirror actuators on the side of front doors of the 2008 Saturn Astra. So there you have it. Hope it's helpful.